Coming up next on the Met Report, a Fortune 200 company is moving to Colorado. We'll tell you how many jobs it will create.
And more protesters in Denver, this time for a national holiday.
Plus, last year many lives were lost because of bullying in schools. Has anything changed? We'll give you the latest next. It started with Occupy Wall Street, and now it's gone nationwide. Hi, I'm Anthony Kustura.
And I'm Jordan Andersen. Governor Hickenlooper met with Occupy Denver protesters at a press conference yesterday. He informed them that the over 70 tents set up in Civic Center Park are illegal, and that the state will be taking whatever action is necessary to remove the protesters and their belongings, starting at 11 p.m. on Thursday. It had been quiet all night long up until about 3 a.m. when police started to apprehend the protesters. At 6 this morning, police started to disassemble tents and threaten that any dogs on site would be taken to the Humane Society. Some believe that the police involvement is a violation of the First Amendment. There are a lot of opinions on Occupy Denver. We want to hear yours. Whether or not the police should get involved, do you think it's a violation of the First Amendment? Tell us on Facebook or Twitter at the Met Report, all one word. Also, be sure to check back often for Occupy updates.
Next week, the Occupy movement is coming to Auraria in solidarity with the Occupy Wall Street movement and Occupy Denver. Students, faculty, and staff have a list of their own demands. It is unclear how large or how small this event will be. We'll have Met Report team coverage next week, bringing you all the latest. Well, bullying and harassment is an issue that has taken precedence in this country over the last year.
Now, many organizations are doing what they can to stop it. Simone von Rivenberg joins us on desk after covering National Coming Out Day. Simone?
Yeah, you know, it was a blast to be there. In 2007, the National Alliance on Mental Illness actually did a study that said over 35,000 people die of suicide every year.
Wow.
So this is a really important topic. And Metro's GLBT community brought National Coming Out Day to campus in an attempt to confront bullying and spread awareness.
I'm gay and I understand and respect you.
I am undocumented and I understand and respect you.
But today isn't about me.
Or me.
It's about us. It's about coming out.
Students of all backgrounds showed their support, and State Representative Pat Stedman came to lend his voice.
No matter what your secret, no matter what it is you're coming out to tell people, it's always worthwhile to share a little part of yourself.
A lot of times this is their first experience being able to be who they are, having real open relationships that their friends are seeing them in, and where they're like holding hands and kissing and going through those sort of milestone markers.
We're trying to encourage people to let go of that fear and kind of step out of the shadows on their own terms.
I've made a career out of being, that gay guy that has something to say and wants to get some things changed around here.
The GLBT community is finding a stronger voice here at Metro.
I found a lovely home here at Metro. We have some of the best programs and some of the most progressive classrooms that I've been in. And also when I've been looking around at like grad schools in other states, we're really ahead of the curve.
National Coming Out Day had a great turnout.
I'm glad that Metro can sponsor an event like that. It seems like it was a great turnout and a lot of people show their support.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks Simone for that important report. Well, it's a day that comes and goes every year. This past weekend at the state capitol, Native Americans and their supporters gathered to protest the annual Columbus Day parade. While the protest was peaceful, there was a strong police presence to make sure everyone remained civil. Their message is simple: Columbus Day should not be a national holiday. Were it not for signs, this may have been lost as the parade greeted the protesters with loud music and constant tone of horns. Traditionally, Italian Americans view Columbus Day as a way to celebrate their heritage and don't want to see the celebration end. The protesters made it clear that they will be present every year until they achieve their goal of abolishing the controversial day. From protesters at the Capitol to film screenings on campus, Columbus Day moves people to action. A Metro State Club attempts to bring a positive spin on the holiday. Daniel Harlan has the full report.
In an attempt to create a dialogue concerning Columbus Day tensions, the Metro State Film Club hosted their first annual Columbus Day film screening this week. The The idea was the brainchild of Metro State Cinema Studies professor Vincent Pituro.
I, as an Italian American living in Denver, got really depressed around Columbus Day because it became less about Columbus and more about a fight between two different groups. So my inspiration was to do something, not necessarily to end the debate or to quash the debate or anything like that, but to promote something positive.
Metro State Film Club President Russell McDermott realizes that with controversy, there is going to be disagreement. While the event is aimed at being positive, he welcomes the discussion.
I think it's important to have both sides of any discussion present for that possibility to occur, for the discussion to happen. If it is controversial, we can talk to people and let them know this is kind of what we're doing, and this is a space where you can talk instead of yell.
The screening did not produce the discourse that the organizers had hoped for due to an absence of Native Americans, but the event was still well received by those in attendance.
Everyone's reaction was really good. I don't think a lot of people have seen a film quite like this. So. Next year, I definitely hope to see even a bigger turnout. I hope everyone that came tonight spreads the word about it, that people can celebrate Italian American heritage without having to deal with any negative aspects connected with Columbus Day. So.
For the Met Report, Daniel Harlan.
The Italian ship Monte Cristo was freed earlier this week, just one day after it was attacked and captured by Somali pirates. British and American troops working with the Italian military ran the operation to free the vessel and its crew. This was the latest effort from NATO's Operation Ocean Shield, an anti-piracy initiative started in 2009, targeting piracy off the Somali coast. The entire 23-person crew of the Monte Cristo survived both the takeover and the liberation of their ship. Last week, the world was shocked at the news of the passing of co-founder and visionary of Apple, Steve Jobs. Now many are asking what will be the future of Apple without their leader. Financial analysts have said that people should not worry about the future of Apple because of the $76 billion in reserves and the new products the company plans to come out with. These new products include later versions of the iPod, iPad, iPhone 5, and much more. Apple plans to release these products over the next 5 years. After that, it will be up to new CEO Tim Cook to maintain Apple's market dominance.
Colorado is saving millions of dollars due to changes in a pension plan lawmakers voted on almost a year ago. Because of a loophole that previously allowed immigrants to immediately enroll in the state's old age pension program after joining with their relatives here in Colorado, last year's law taxed on a 5-year residency requirement. The program provides more than $23,000 to low-income Colorado residents 60 years and older, with benefits up to almost $700 a month. The change forced thousands of people off the list, some of whom were paid the highest cash benefits permitted. Not all agree with the decision. Former state rep Jack Palmer tried to change the program in 2010, but backed off because of lack of support from fellow Democrats.
President Obama is expected to return to Colorado this October. This will be the president's second visit to Denver in less than a month. Staff close to the president's re-election campaign say he will visit Denver the week of October 24th for a discussion at the Ritchie Center on the campus of the University of Denver. Not all details are known concerning the event. However, it will be sponsored by the Democratic National Committee. It is still unclear whether this visit will be for fundraising or to engage in a town hall style meeting. More than a week ago, the president spoke at Abraham Lincoln High School in Denver. That meeting was an event that was put on by the White House to promote the president's American Jobs Act.
Operation Fast and Furious was enacted by the ATF, and the death of an American has launched an intense investigation. Joining us with more from the newsroom is Paula Ruelas.
Operation Fast and Furious has been ongoing for 2 years. It is an operation that knowingly sold over 2,000 assault-style weapons to individuals directly linked to Mexican drug smugglers. The purpose of this operation was to track those weapons to the heads of Mexican drug cartels. But now it appears that program has backfired. Since the guns were sold to the Mexican cartels, the weapons have been linked to more than 120 crimes, including the murders of Custom and Border Patrol agent Brian Terry and ICE Special Agent Jamie Zapata. The death of Terry sparked an investigation by the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee. Under close scrutiny is testimony by Attorney General Eric Holder from back in May. In front of the House committee, Holder stated having no prior knowledge about Fast and Furious and had only just heard of the program.
When did you first know about the program, officially I believe called Fast and Furious? To the best of your knowledge, what date?
I'm not sure the exact date, but I probably heard about Fast and Furious for the first time over the last few weeks.
The House committee has been issuing subpoenas to get to the bottom of who knew what and when. We'll bring you updates as soon as we get them. From the newsroom, I'm Paula Ruelas, The Met Report.
Now, as Paula said, it definitely is an intense investigation, and it will be interesting to see how all of that plays out.
It seems like a really important issue to cover and to keep track of.
Absolutely. Well, when we come back, tickets at parking meters, it may not be your fault how the city of Denver is cashing in on their mistake.
And the Colorado Symphony Orchestra is facing budget cuts. Some shows are even canceled. What it means for paying customers.
But before we leave, here's a quick look at our 7-day forecast. We'll be right back.
Believe in yourself, realize that anything is possible, keep your eyes on the prize.
When you're at your weakest point, grace can rise up and pull you out.
So I felt like I was filling a void.
Even when I'm faced with difficult situations, I can always find something to smile about.
Little simple ways. I mean, there's really lots of things you can plug into.
Welcome back. Lately, there's been some confusion regarding Denver parking meters. Drivers who park at the meters have been ticketed for not following the posted times and rates, largely due to the postings being misleading. The daily hours are displayed for 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., and the evening hours are 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. The daily rates apply at all times, but there is no notification stating that they apply in the evening as well. In April, the city of Denver said the stickers would be changed, but they have not done so yet.
People are continuing to lose jobs and struggle at home, and child poverty is only getting worse. 1 in every 4 children in America don't know if they're getting their next meal or not, and 1 in every 7 Coloradans are affected by it. But Sesame Street is making strides to let children and parents know you're not alone. The program recently added a growing hope against hunger special on PBS, where a new Muppet, Lily, appears as a child struggling with hunger, raising awareness of the issue. Metro has its own food bank on campus. To help her volunteer, just visit our website at metreport.org for details.
Fortune 200 company Arrow Electronics is transferring its headquarters from Melville, New York to Inglewood, Colorado, effective November 15th. The company specializes in distribution of electronics and computer parts. According to its website, Arrow maintains offices in over 50 countries and had sales in 2010 totaling $18.7 billion. The governor's office states that it will be the largest company yet to call Colorado home. The Colorado Symphony Orchestra has had a financial setback over the last year. The symphony is in debt by $1.2 million with only $16,000 in bank reserves. Musicians have been asked to take pay cuts ranging from 9 to 15%, amounting to $530,000. There have also been cancellations of numerous concerts. Those cancellations are meant to help with financial costs and stability. For those who have tickets to any of these events, there are 3 options. Exchange the tickets for another venue, receive a full refund, or donate the value of the tickets to the nonprofit organization's annual fund. For more information about the symphony, visit www.coloradosymphony.org.
Well, that is disappointing, but hopefully they can figure something out where they won't have to make as many cuts.
Even with fewer shows, I think it's going to be a great season for the CSA.
Absolutely. Well, when we come back, it's been a rough week for Metro Sports. Peter Aragon will tell us all about it.
Did you know that the largest collection of theaters under one roof is right here in the Mile High? Kelly Matzner with Entertainment after the break. Don't go anywhere.